Today, we're tackling something that trips up so many of you, getting fluent in English.
Yeah, especially that gap, right, between understanding it pretty well and then actually, speaking it confidently.
Exactly. Maybe you know the rules, got the vocab, you can follow along. But then when it's your turn to talk,
You freeze up, hesitate, mind goes blank.
totally. Happens all the time.
It does. So for this deep dive, we've been digging into some really interesting stuff. Excerpts from a guide called Master American English, Fluency Unleashed.
Right. And our mission today really is to unpack the core ideas from these bits. We want to pull out those strategies, those mindset shifts, and the really practical techniques that can help you push past the fear.
Get over the hesitation.
Yeah, and finally start speaking English naturally, confidently. Ready.
Let's do it. So this material, it jumps right in. It points to what it calls the main obstacle for learners stuck in that understand but can't speak phase.
And the big claim is,
The biggest reason people fail to speak fluently isn't lack of knowledge, it's fear.
fear. Wow. Not vocabulary, not tricky grammar.
Nope. Fear. The fear of making mistakes, fear of looking silly, being judged.
Okay, I can see that. That feeling of nervousness or your mind just emptying out when you try to speak.
That's it. That's the bottleneck, according to this source.
It's like the fear just stops the whole process.
Yeah, exactly. And it makes you think, how did we learn our first language? It wasn't grammar drills, was it?
Definitely not. More like listening, copying sounds,
Making tons of mistakes.
babbling, yeah.
And just using it all day, every day.
Which leads to a core idea in this material, right? English shouldn't just be studied.
It needs to be lived,
Yeah.
woven into your daily life, something you hear, think in, and crucially speak regularly.
Okay, so that brings us to step one. And the guide says this is the most important step.
The most important, yeah. You have to stop believing English is difficult.
Stop thinking it's difficult. That sounds easy to say, harder to do.
Well, yeah, but think about the psychology. If you truly believe it's hard, your brain fights it. It feels like this huge mountain.
Okay.
But if you can genuinely shift that belief, start thinking, okay, this is doable, I can learn this, your brain actually becomes more open. You learn faster. It's weird, but it works.
It uses that analogy of a baby learning to walk, doesn't it?
It does. They fall constantly.
Over and over.
But they don't care. They don't think, oh, this is embarrassing or I give up. They just, get back up.
Each fall is just part of learning.
Exactly. And mistakes in English, same thing. They're essential. If you're not making mistakes, you're probably not learning, not pushing yourself.
That's a huge reframe. Instead of fearing mistakes, see them as proof of effort.
Right. And to help lock that mindset in, it suggests using affirmations, actually saying things like,
Like what?
English is easy. I can speak English. I'm learning every day.
Okay. Consciously replacing that negative self-talk. Instead of, my English is terrible.
You say, I'm learning. I'm improving daily. That small shift, it claims, makes a massive difference psychologically.
Got it. That foundational belief that it's achievable is like the fuel.
Precisely. Which leads into step 2, creating your English environment. Immersion.
And the big point here is you don't need to pack your bags and move.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
You can build this environment anywhere.
What are the practical ways?
Well, one really simple start, change your phone language to English.
Okay. Constant low-level exposure.
Exactly. Gets your brain comfortable just seeing it all the time.
Easy win. What else?
This one's maybe the most powerful. Start thinking in English.
Instead of thinking in my language and then translating.
Yes. That translation step slows you down, makes you sound unnatural. The goal is to think directly.
So instead of the thought in, say, Spanish, necesito cepillarme los dientes, I just think,
I need to brush my teeth, or I'm going to make coffee. Or just noticing things, it's cloudy today.
it probably feels weird at first.
Totally. Forced, maybe. But the idea is, with practice, those simple English thoughts become more automatic.
Retraining your brain's default.
And tied to that, another daily practice it really pushes. Talk to yourself in English.
Out loud.
Yep, out loud, maybe in the mirror, maybe just walking around the house. Narrate what you're doing, how you feel.
Like, hello, self, how are you?
Kind of. Okay, what am I doing now? I'm making breakfast. I feel okay today, maybe a bit tired. It's zero pressure, no judgment. Just practice forming sentences.
Okay, maybe slightly awkward feeling, but definitely zero pressure. I like that. Any other environment tricks?
Labeling things. Put sticky notes on your door, chair, lamp, window with the English word.
And say it when you see it.
Yeah, say the word. Then maybe a simple sentence. This is a table. The book is on the table. Builds that instant recognition.
These are all about weaving English into just normal life, not a separate study time.
Exactly, making it part of living. And that flows into step 3, which tackles another big anxiety source, grammar.
Grammar, yes.
The material says worrying too much about perfect grammar before you speak is a big mistake.
A big mistake. But isn't grammar, fundamental?
Well, it's not saying grammar doesn't matter, but the timing is key for fluency. The advice is focus on speaking first, communicating, and then refine the grammar later.
Like kids learning their first language again.
Exactly. They don't study rules. They absorb patterns from listening and talking. Grammar improves over time, naturally.
So instead of getting lost in, verb tables.
Focus on learning and using simple, useful sentences. I am eating. She's going to the market. We watched a movie. Repeat them. Use them. The grammar starts to feel natural, not like a calculation.
And the technique for this?
Listen actively and copy native speakers. Hear a sentence, understand it, then say it out loud. Try to match the sound, the rhythm.
So you're absorbing grammar and pronunciation together.
Right. It's about getting the words out, communicating, not being perfect right away. It lowers that anxiety.
That makes sense. Start the car, then tune the engine. Okay, so mindset shifted, environment built, grammar put in its place. How do we activate the English we might already know? Use it daily.
Yeah, the source argues you probably already can speak basic English. You just need to switch it on for your routine.
Like consciously using it for everyday stuff. Give us some examples.
It walks through a day, morning routine, talk to yourself. Good morning, slept okay, time for coffee. Just simple narration.
Narrating your life.
Yep.
Got it. What about interactions? Even pretend ones.
Yeah, practice simple scenarios. At the market, excuse me, how much for these tomatoes? Okay, I'll take half a kilo.
Or meeting someone.
Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Ordering food. Can I get a black coffee, please? And maybe a muffin?
Even family chat.
How was work? Yeah, long day. I'm pretty tired. Just basic everyday stuff.
Keeping it simple and natural seems key.
Totally. And it mentions a powerful secret here. Listen and repeat. Exactly.
We talked about copying, but this sounds more intense.
Yeah, like hearing someone say, I'm heading to the store, and repeating it with the exact same contraction, the same melody, the same flow.
Mimicking the music of the language.
Right. It massively helps pronunciation and just makes speaking feel smoother, more confident.
So practicing these little scenes makes real-life conversations less scary.
That's the idea. You've rehearsed it, basically. Now, even doing all this, people still feel nervous. That fear of mistakes, pronunciation worries, not enough practice, translating.
It acknowledges that.
Oh, yeah. And offers solutions. For pronunciation, listen and copy native speakers constantly. Audio, video, repeat, repeat.
What else for pronunciation?
Speak slowly and clearly. Don't try to rush. Clarity beats speed, especially at first.
Okay. Resist the urge to sound like a machine gun.
Exactly. And then there's the recording technique.
Oh, yeah. Recording your own voice.
Yep. Record yourself speaking English. Listen back. Compare it to a native speaker. It can be a bit uncomfortable.
Understatement.
But it's super effective for hearing where you need to improve.
Takes courage, that one. What about building general confidence?
Okay, key things. Accept mistakes are normal. Stop fixating on them. Speak English every day, even 15 minutes. Consistency is everything for confidence.
Daily practice. Makes sense.
And then the 3-second rule. Practical tip.
The 3-second rule, what's that?
When someone asks you a question in English, give yourself 3 seconds max, then just start speaking.
To stop the overthinking. That spiral of, what's the perfect word?
Exactly. Someone asks, what did you do yesterday? Don't plan a paragraph. Just 1, 2, 3, I went work. Or I watched a movie. Get something out before the anxiety locks you up.
I like that. Forces action.
Right. And obviously, seek out real conversations when you can.
Okay, all this feels like it's leading up to what the source calls the ultimate key.
Which is thinking in English.
We touched on it, but this is the core.
This is the core for real fluency, yeah. Translating in your head makes you slow, hesitant, unnatural. Thinking directly in English, that's the goal. That's instant speaking.
But how do you start thinking in English if you're, not advanced yet? Seems like a big jump.
It breaks it down. Start super simple. Single words.
Just naming things.
Yeah. Look around your room, silently or quietly name stuff in English. Bed, pillow, window, lamp, chair. Do it throughout the day. Tree, car, sky, cloud.
Okay, word association with the real world. Yeah.
Simple sentences. Describe what you're doing, thinking, seeing. Directly in English, no translation. I am drinking water. I am walking. The food smells good.
Building up from words to basic thoughts.
Exactly. Plus that daily talking to yourself practice we mentioned. 5-10 minutes just narrating your actions or thoughts in English.
And combining it with listening and watching.
Crucial. Watch movies, listen to podcasts, read simple stuff in English daily. But, and this is key, don't just consume. You have to combine input with output. Speak. Repeat what you hear. Talk to yourself about it.
What about when you're trying to think or speak and you just blank on a word? That stops people cold.
Yeah, common problem. The advice, don't stop, don't freeze, just find another way. If you forget the word lost, like I lost my keys, don't just stop talking. Say something simpler you do know. I don't have my keys. Or, my keys, where are they?
Circumlocution, basically. Talk around it.
Exactly. Keep the conversation moving. Don't let one missing word kill the whole thing. Don't fear judgment.
That's really practical. And it suggests a daily plan to build this thinking in English habit.
It does. Like, morning, name objects. Afternoon, think simple sentences about what you're doing. Evening, watch or listen to English for 20+ minutes. Night, talk to yourself for 5-10 minutes.
A concrete routine.
Yeah. Consistency with that kind of thing, it argues, is what makes thinking in English eventually feel natural.
Wow. Okay. It really is a shift from just learning about English to actively using and living it. Training your brain, building habits.
That's the core message.
Well, this has been a really fascinating deep dive. We've gone from tackling fear, shifting the mindset, building that environment, putting grammar in its proper place.
Activating English daily, boosting confidence, pronunciation.
And landing on that ultimate goal, thinking directly in English, all based on insights from Master American English, Fluency Unleashed.
And the big takeaway really is quite positive, isn't it? English isn't the enemy. The obstacles are mostly mental fear, hesitation.
But they can be overcome.
Absolutely. With the right approach, the right strategies, and just consistent effort.
And the payoff. This guy talks about opening doors, right? Better jobs, travel, connecting with people.
Understanding cultures, gaining confidence, independence. It's huge.
So the encouragement is really to just start. Pick one thing from today. Try it out.
Be patient. Embrace the process, mistakes and all. Don't give up.
Keep putting in the effort.
Exactly. And maybe a final thought to leave you with, straight from this perspective we explored. Remember, mistakes don't matter. Effort matters.